What does it mean to be alone? Sometimes I deal with this myself, of being scared of being alone and my own thoughts, because when things get quiet, that's when it usually gets loud. My thoughts speak louder than my words, and my words aren't loud enough to clear out my thoughts. Now, in my situation, being alone can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. But when I'm feeling lonely in a negative sense, I really have to understand that it comes from bigger transgressions that I just truly don't understand at that moment in time. So the best thing that I do in my situations is try to focus on that one thought and understand where that's coming from. Because being alone can be a good thing sometimes. Sometimes it helps you find who you truly are. But when you're alone, in my situation, sometimes it's the longest time period. You always ask yourself, how long does it last? How long do I feel like this? How long will Jay feel like this? And in my head, it's going in circles and circles and circles and circles. And I never truly get to slow down and stop for a moment just to understand what's going on, because I'm so focused on getting past it and not getting through it in a sense. Best thing that I do in my situations is I try to slow down and just think for a second, just pause for a second. Now, one of the coping methods I would use to get over loneliness is reading, right? Getting myself out of those negative thoughts and putting myself in a fantasy world or in a different spot or just different thoughts, right? So reading really helped me get past my loneliness. So anytime I feel lonely, I just pick up a book and it puts my headspace in a positive place and not necessarily a negative place. So there's something that I use that kind of helps me. I know people have used meditation. I haven't really done it myself, but there's a lot of negative ways that people cope with being alone, and sometimes it's isolation, it's negative self-talk, it's denial, it's avoidance. But those things never truly help you overcome the root of the problem, which is something that you truly have to ask yourself. And sometimes you may not really want to know the answer, but in order to truly get out of that lonely period, you have to ask yourself that question. What I've realized is that being in your 20s can be some of the loneliest time periods of your life, which is natural, right? Even I feel alone most times because you may not be doing the things that you really want to do, and it makes you feel alone. It makes you feel small on the inside. Maybe you're working a job that you just truly hate, or you have some friends that just truly don't understand who you are or truly don't relate to you. So you always feel alone, like you're sitting in a corner. Even if you're around people, no one really understands you. The first step to truly getting over loneliness is understanding your emotions. Why do you feel like this? What makes you feel like this? What happened to you to make you feel the way you're feeling or feel that lonely? And when I was going through a heartbreak and it really crushed me and made me feel the loneliest I could ever feel, I just had to believe in myself that one day I'll be okay. And slowly but surely, I got out of that time period. So I'm telling you that being lonely never lasts. You just have to truly surround yourself around people who truly love you and do something that actually makes you feel happy. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Even the darkest tunnels, there's always an end to it. So just have hope that you'll make it through, because I made it through. The last part will be just to relax. Everything's going to be okay. When the world around me doesn't make sense, I look inward and try to make sense of what I control, myself. There's only a few things in this world that I have control over, and the biggest thing I control is how I react. In my situation, the reason I feel so alone and empty is because I'm moving so fast and I'm forgetting all the good moments I've had in my life. And it's easy as 1, 2, 3, breathe.